What's up, guys? Welcome back to VenGoose Gaming. I'm TFGoose here with Vendetta. Say hey, Vendetta.
Hello, hello.
Hello. And we're bringing you something a little different today. Know some of you guys got started with us here on our SimCity coverage. Don't worry, that is still coming back. For you subscribers out there that have been goodly enough to press the button, we love you. Seriously.
We love you.
Hearts all around, really. Don't worry, there's more of that coming later this week. But today we wanted to take a quick peek at Bioshock Infinite and give you kind of our review of what the game is worth to you, and just a couple little strategy things as well, and a little channel update for you at the end as well. So stick around for that. But why Bioshock Infinite? Because it's baller sauce. That's why. Because it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it really is a very strong game. To be honest, like I didn't have this on my radar as a game to play. They pushed back the release date, which as many of you may or may not know, because I think, what was it, one of the senior developers got a hold of it, and he's like, guys, I think we can do better. And they like totally scrapped it and started over, which is something you're not going to see with a lot of titles.
Oh, no, not at all. Yeah, I heard that same thing, that there was some serious shakeup in the development process, and they just decided, you know what, let's do a little bit more work on this, because I think it can be better. And guys, you know, if that actually was the case and that really went down, then time well spent. Kudos to the folks at 2K Games for doing a great job, because look at this thing. I mean, it looks beautiful. This is the PC version, and in case you weren't aware. But yeah, it does look pretty sharp. Not nearly the, well, I shouldn't really say that. There's still some frame rate issues and such that you might have seen in some other reviews, or if you've played it yourself on PS3 and Xbox, and occasionally on the PC, but still, it's totally forgivable. It looks amazing, and you get this cool stuff here with the possession ability, which is one of my favorites. If you keep a guy possessed until he survives to the end of the duration, then he just turns himself off. Why not?
Yeah, that's really is one of my favorite vigors in the game, to be honest. It's really useful. It works on both machines and people, as you guys probably know, but if for those of you that haven't picked it up yet.
Yeah, exactly. And the people version, I think, is actually one of the power-ups for it, but you get it really, really fast, so it basically can be thought of having it the entire time. But the one thing about it, on people, if it runs out, they kill themselves, as you just saw there, but on the machines, they actually just go back to hating you and everything you stand for. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, it's an excellent vigor, and I kept it equipped a good portion of the game. Really, it was just sort of like, whenever I got a new one, I would test it out for like 5 minutes, and then I'd put possession back on.
Yeah, that's kind of same here. I mean, Shock Jockey is really powerful. That's kind of the lightning one you guys see. But possession is just so useful, and in a lot of firefights, it kind of works as a really nice diversion. If you're using it on people, and then obviously with machines, you know, when you can turn a turret gun against your foes, that's pretty helpful.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. And of course, you know, the only big drawback to it, and with any of the vigors really, is the cost, but that's why you have that young lady hanging out behind you. And on the subject of that, Elizabeth here, hands down, winner of the best companion ever for any video game that I've ever played. Period.
I second that.
Yeah, because how many times have you played a game, guys, had an NPC character following you around, and you just wanted to blow their face off?
I've been so ready to just shove them down the stairs, you know, with a bow on their head, because I'm just so frustrated. They just don't listen. The AI is terrible. Sometimes they would get stuck behind stuff. I mean,
yes.
Oh, it just makes you want to, you know, throw something.
Absolutely, absolutely. But that is 100% not the case here. Elizabeth, as a companion, is awesome. You have her for most of the game, and she never, ever, ever disappoints. She's never in your way. She never needs to be protected in battle, and as a matter of fact, she makes battles so much easier. She tosses you weapons and ammo and health and money even when you're out of battle. She'll do that too. But she's the absolute best thing in the world to have at your side. I don't even like going to any fights without her. It's the worst. But when I play through the game again and I have to start over and I don't have her yet, it'll just be hell.
Yeah. No, she really does make the game that much more enjoyable. So, can't say enough on that.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of hell, these guys right here, these guys are absolutely a pain. I think these are the toughest enemies in the game, or at least they were for me. I had 3 total deaths in my playthrough, and this gentleman here was responsible for 2 of them. Just a horrible, horrible fight, but I managed to do this one in the recording pretty well, and just keeping him at bay somewhat with Shock Jockey. There's Elizabeth tossing a refill on some ammunition, and you just got to stay away from that guy and tear him down. If he corners you, though, it's over. You know, the general rule of thumb is if your shield gets depleted, run.
Yeah.
You know,
Just run.
and that's sage-like advice, I think, for pretty much any encounter in the game. But you know, it's just one of those things you have to be prepared for. But the game is so nice as far as how to equip yourself and to handle those battles, because the way that you can fight these guys changes so very much depending on the weapons you choose, the vigors you choose, and as we'll see here in just a second, the environmental choices that you make thanks to Elizabeth being along and creating some, you know, distractions or cover positions or extra weapons or even automatons and stuff to help you deal with all the situations. It really makes it just replay value, which is something that you just don't see enough of anymore.
Yeah, I can't tell you guys how many titles I bought and just you know, I played through it once. I'm like, it was okay, and then I never touch it again. And as you know, as a gamer, that's kind of disappointing. I mean, you spend your hard-earned money to buy these games. You kind of want there to be some replay value to it,
and they're not cheap.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, this is $60. I mean, that's a lot of money to commit to a game that you may not know is going to be worth $60. And, you know, this, I think they really did a fantastic job. I can't say enough. The game is very fluid. I really don't have any complaints, you know, as far as performance. I am running kind of a beefy rig in terms of hardware on my computer, but...
No doubt.
You know.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah. Vendetta's machine, which is brand new, is kind of boss hog, but still, mine's, you know, what I would call mid to upper grade, and it still handled it really, really nicely. And again, very, very low on the complaint meter for me. I mean, probably the only thing that bugged me a little bit was the limited number of weapons you can carry around, which is 2.
Yeah, that's a, you know, I hate to throw a knock on the game, but that is one for me as well. 2 weapons, that's just not enough. You know, variety is the spice of life, and I loves my weapons.
Exactly. I mean, that's something that, you know, I missed, being able to use really nice weapons the whole game, so that's why I ended up sticking pretty much with the carbine and the sniper rifle, because they had the versatility. I had the long range with pretty much either one, but if I really needed to just pepper some guys in front of me, I had the carbine, hit them with Shock Jockey, turn them off, game over. You know, and they're, free coin. Thanks, appreciate that.
Wonder what she's doing to make that money.
Oh, that's a good question. That's in the expansion pack, DLC, I think. We'll see that. Yeah. So we'll try out a couple other weapons here too for giggles, but no, seriously, she is so versatile. I mean, just being able to throw you ammo or money or anything like that, I can't say enough about that again. That's beautiful. Or the salts, which is just the best thing ever when she gives you more blue meter or whatever, you know.
Magic,
mana, magic, blue, salts. It's salts here.
Special.
I think, can we just, let's actually send out like a survey on what it should be called and send a message to all the developers of games in the future and just see if maybe we can come up to a consensus. That would be great, I think.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Like, let's stop calling it 15 different things. Like, you know, if it's a duck, call it a duck.
That's it, exactly. You know, all I know is blue equals not gun.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Blue meter equals do stuff that isn't with gun. That's it. Other than that, you know, I don't really care what you call it, but still, in this version, it's pretty cool, the stuff that they allow you to do with the blue meter. And Elizabeth there can keep you in business doing that by throwing you salts the whole time, or they're peppered around the game anywhere. I never really ran into a situation where I was, you know, running short of basically anything, with the exception, I think, of lockpicks in the first beginning part of the game. But other than that, I mean, it was pretty simple, honestly, to go through. I really just had a couple of, you know, issues with those larger fellows.
Yeah, and you're playing on normal here as well, so, you know, just the default difficulty. So.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I'm sure in the higher difficulties it would be much, much different, but I wanted to get through and play through the story. That's what these games are all about, and Infinite does not disappoint, you know, in that regard. This is a Bioshock game. You expect a twist, but when it comes, it is not something that you expect. It's not something you can predict. and it does add to the experience quite a bit. And it's one of those reasons we decided not to do a Let's Play really for this game, because honestly, I don't want to rob anybody of the experience of playing this game by just covering the story in a Let's Play. You really should take the time to go through it yourself, in my opinion.
Yeah, that would kind of take away from the game experience itself. And I mean, honestly, look at the game. It's so gorgeous. You should play this if you have the funds available. Make it happen.
Exactly. Do yourself a favor. Go pick this game up. It's worth your time. And if you do have it on console, or if you have the console version still, it's worth it, even though, I mean, it doesn't quite look as nice or run as well, as it does on a mid to higher end PC. But still, we can't really say enough about it. It's a solid gold game. And you can't really expect too much more in a AAA title these days. I mean, there's been some other stuff that's come out recently that's not quite as sharp. This is not one of those things. So for Bioshock Infinite, we here at VenGoose Gaming say solid 9. Good job, 2K Games. We appreciate your efforts, seriously.
Absolutely.
And in the way of just a quick little channel update, guys, what's coming in the future, obviously some more SimCity stuff. You can see a couple links to our previous content that will take you back to that, just in case you're with us for the first time. And upcoming, we'll have the Terraria update when that hits, and then, of course, Starbound down the line. Don't miss that, guys. We're going to have tons of content. It's going to be a ball. Until then, thanks a lot for stopping by. We'll see you soon.